Wait a minute. Did she just say Nippies or nipple covers? Well, hello. Welcome back to Where We Knit. This is episode number 5 of a crafty podcast that I created. Where We Knit is a place for me on the World Wide Web where I can share all of the things that I'm making, all of the things that I'm inspired by, and sewing and knitting mostly, but don't forget, I do share my favorite things. Welcome, I'm Kristen and I'm coming to you from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I hope that I don't sound like that, but I might. For those of you that live on either coast, you might hear my Minnesota accent. It is what it is. It's me. I've born and raised here and I love it. At the beginning of this, you saw a little B-roll of a couple different things. You saw me knitting at a fun place called Wild Grind. It's a coffee shop that I explored with my friend Lisa this week, and we knit there for a while. We had some yummy iced coffee drinks because it's been really warm here in Minneapolis. And we also, Lisa and I, she is a fiber fanatic as well, and we went to a place called True North Base Camp where we went to Crosby, Minnesota. A little north of Minneapolis, northwest, and rented mountain bikes. I've done this before. She had never done it before, but we went mountain biking. We went on a little mountain biking trip and it was amazing. So in the B-roll, you will see little pictures of where we stayed and where we got our bikes, and it was pretty darn awesome, I have to say. We stayed in a little camper cabin, biked, went out for dinner in Crosby. It was pretty great. Did a lot of knitting. And so one thing that I knit on the entire time we were on this mountain biking trip, Lisa and I, was this. Ta-da! I started it just a few weeks ago and knit on it exclusively. I bet you I knit it in about maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks at the most. It is knit out of something that I cleared out of my stash. Well, I almost cleared out of my stash. I have one skein left. I've never used this yarn before. It's called Rowan Summerlite 4-ply. I got it super, super cheap. Can't even tell you where. I probably got it 2 years ago. And I loved it. It's a fingering weight. It's Egyptian cotton. And I love it. So it's knit from the top down. Oh, what is it called? The Maehwa tee by Cecillia, Garcia, Rodrigo. And it's this really sweet top down, super easy, engaging because you're doing a little unknitting and a little bit of purling. I love it. It comes down, I'm just wearing it with jeans today. I'm gonna move my chair back. I'm just wearing it with jeans. It's super cute. You just add on this ribbing. Otherwise it's just drop shoulder, so you don't have a lot of sleeve to do, or rather any sleeve to do. Love it. So this is something that I was really happy to try out the pattern. I've never knit anyone from this designer before, and it's a 10 out of 10. I mean, I blocked it last night. Cotton, perfect for the summer, perfect for spring. I can wear it when I go back to work. For those of you who have never been before, welcome. I am a teacher during the school year here in Minnesota, and in the summer I knit like a crazy fool. Well, not that I don't knit and sew like a crazy fool in the summer, like it is like my full-time job in the summer. And you might ask, where are you filming this podcast? Video podcast. I keep saying podcast, And I'm conflicted with using that because I hear all of my other podcast folks that I watch call it a podcast, but I'm going to call it a vlog or a video podcast because there's video with it, obviously. And so I'm here at my local yarn store where I teach classes. This local yarn store sort of inspired me to start this video podcast because it is where I knit and one of my favorite places to knit and one of my favorite places to get my yarn. It is called Dandelion Fiber Company. It's located in Minneapolis, about 6 blocks from my house. Can you imagine your favorite local yarn store where you're able to teach classes and partner with 2 amazing women who started this shop? I couldn't think of a better thing. I mean, it's just fantastic. So this store opened in October. Tiff and Laura are the 2 amazing women that came up with Dandelion Fiber Company. They have a beautiful curated palette of mostly non-superwash yarns, as well as lots of other kinds of yarny trinkets, and it's an amazing spot. So if you are visiting Minneapolis, please stop here. If you live in Minnesota and you come to the cities, please stop here. You'll be welcome and you'll find something that you like, I'm certain. So anyway, back to, this is what I'm wearing today. It is my finished object of the week or the last couple weeks. If you saw my last podcast, episode number 4, I was interviewing a friend who is a local indie dyer here named Susie. She owns a company called Fiber MacGyver. And on that podcast, I also talked about, I didn't talk about it. It's a finished object, and I didn't talk about it because I was focusing on interviewing Susie. But this, my friends, was kicking my patoots, and I finally finished it. I love it. I understand why people like this garment. My favorite thing's knitwear, camisole number 9. I mean, the finishing on it, people, it's amazing. And I knit it out of Knitting for Olive pure silk. Again, I get why people like it. It's so soft. It's a staple in my wardrobe. I love the color. I'll link the pattern and the yarn that I used in the show notes, as well as just as a keynote here is that everything that I talk about today, which is a lot, I'm gonna talk about, or I will list in the show notes. So just so if in case you wanna take a peek, you can do that. So 2 finished objects, feel super happy about that. But the thing that I'm focusing a lot on today, as you saw in the little thumbnail on YouTube, is the long haul projects. Long haul projects, I'm sort of equating those to things that even though you cast them on, they're gonna take you a while. And this could be a blanket. This could be a cabled sweater. It literally could be anything depending upon how much time in your life that you have to knit. And I'm fortunate to have a lot of time to knit, but I still have projects that I have I want to get done like this. I don't just knit one project at a time. I have several going at the same time. And that would be called a non-monogamous knitter. That would be me. But I have some things that I'm trucking along on. I want to finish. I do have a couple deadlines in my head, although I don't know if that's going to happen. But I want to show you my long haul projects. The couple of them have been on the needles or going for a while. And I will finish them. I will, because I love them and I really want the finished project. It's just that they're in my long haul project category. So one of them is this Fleur sweater by Sandness Garn. And you know that Sandness Garn doesn't sell their patterns unless you buy their yarn. So I did that here at Dandelion Fiber. I got the pattern. I am using Sandness Garn Sunday. However, I am not using their mohair. I get really itchy from their mohair, and I don't know why, because I don't get itchy from any other mohair. So I am using Sandness Garn Sunday, and I'm using Knitting for Olive, their mohair, because I don't have a reaction to that. Okay, so if you see this up close, I can also, it's kind of blowing out a little bit. It's crochet. And back to my friend Lisa, she crochets. And she showed me, I did crochet as a kid. Like in 6th grade, I could make a granny square blanket faster than anybody's business. But look at these sweet, tiny, little granny squares. Aren't they so sweet? Okay, they're addicting to crochet. And I'm using this little crochet hook that I got from Rowan. I actually won like a gift bag from Rowan like 2 years ago. And oh my gosh, it was, I felt like I won the lottery. But anyhow, and I did kind of win the lottery, the knitting, crafting, crochet lottery. So I need 102 of these. Yeah. And for someone who's kind of, I mean, these don't, they're quick, but they're not that quick for me. They'd be quick for someone like Lisa or someone who crochets a lot, but I don't. So it's my long haul project. I need 102, 106, something in that. And then you piece them all together. Okay, how cute is that? Yep, I'm gonna do it. And I will finish it. And it's a perfect little, like if I was traveling or in the car, that would be another great project to bring along with me. So that is one of the long haul projects, one of the 3 that I'll talk to you about. The next one I wanted to talk about is, okay, I'm a yarn snob. I'm not gonna deny it, but there is a time and a place for acrylic yarn. And if you knit with acrylic yarn, fantastic. It's your project. You're the boss of your knitting and the yarn that you choose for a project. And I am not one to cast a stone on anyone who does not use indie dyer or expensive or non-acrylic yarns. Absolutely not. Knit what you knit. Yeah, it makes no difference to me. My personal preference, not so intrigued by it. However, my now 19-year-old son, who leaves in 3 weeks for college, first year of college, for Christmas, 2 years in a row, got me on Amazon packets of these little minis. And then the next year got me a packet of these little minis on Amazon. How sweet. He doesn't know anything about yarn. He's a 19-year-old boy who doesn't knit. Like, of course he doesn't know, but he knows his mom loves yarn. So I got these big packets of, or packs of all these little mini skeins, and I don't want to move these around too much but I'll show you a picture of how I put them in packets that relate to the color scheme, you know, the color family. So there's oranges and reds and blah, 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 blah. Okay. So Purl Soho has their linen quill minis, which are so cute and so sweet. And I love linen quill, but I had these. I mean, I have a million from my son. And so what am I going to do with it? I have to use it. Of course, it was a gift, and it was a gift from him, which is a big deal for me, and a big deal for him. So Purl Soho had this pattern for a scarf, and then they had a picture or another free pattern for a blanket or like an Afghan sort of throw. And I am making the throw, and I'm not making it for myself. I'm making it for him, for his college dorm. And I'm not done. And I'm sort of mad at myself that I didn't do this, because I told my knitting group that I was going to knit on it every Sunday, and I didn't. But he'll maybe get it for Christmas. I mean, he's not going to watch this, so I can tell you. But okay, really, look at how cute this is knitting up. And it almost looks, back to the crochet thing, it almost looks crochet, doesn't it? But it's sort of like a fisherman's rib. I adore how it's turning out. And I am doing like Jen Geigley. Do you watch Jen Geigley Knits? She uploads every Sunday. I love her. She's funky and cool. She's from Iowa. She loves IKEA fabric. She's just amazing. And she has lots of patterns. She has pattern books, whatever. I met her very quickly at Rhinebeck. It was a little awkward because I was a little like worried to say hi to her, and she was a little quiet. And anyway, but Jen Geigley, if you ever watch this podcast, man, I'd love to meet you for dinner or for a beer. Anyhow, she is also making the blanket. And okay, how cute. How cute is that? Anyway, long haul project. This sucker is going to be big. It's about, oh my gosh, this is how long it is. I'll put a picture up from the Purl Soho because I do have to shout them out because it is their free pattern. And if I had those darn minis, I'd probably do another one, but with the linen quill. But I'm super thrilled. And no, my son's not going to be weirded out that there's pink in it and peach and purple and whatever. He's not going to care about that at all. My kids don't care about color. Actually, they prefer a lot of pinks and purples and peaches and things like that anyway. So, but how cute to have on the end of his college dorm bed. Anyway, you can keep it forever. And plus, he bought the yarn. So that's another long haul project. And again, I'll put it in the show notes, but here's a picture right here of the free pattern, and this is from the Purl Soho website. Like, isn't that cute? It's darling. Love it. Okay, that's the second long haul project. Third long haul project is sewing. Now, I have made one other quilt before, but when I got this, I gotta grab this. When I got this Making magazine, love this magazine. You've seen me mention it before for a pair of mittens, but they have sewing in it, they have handiwork, they have all this stuff. And how cute is that quilt? So I'm not into the quilty squares and all that other kind of stuff, but this for me is like the modern day quilt. How cute is that? So during the pandemic, I think this is from, let's see, when is this from? I can't even tell you when it came out. I don't know why I can't locate it, but it doesn't matter. It's all black and white projects. I made a sweater out of here too. That's a Japanese designer. Her name escapes me. Anyway, you'll see it this winter when I wear it and I talk about it because I was bananas about that pattern too. But love this Making magazine. I don't think they make it anymore, but in there, this quilt pattern was in there. And you could also buy kits, like several different fabric stores were selling kits and such. And I was like, no, I'm gonna do my own. I'm gonna pick up my own fabric. I'm gonna buy it all online. It's gonna be fine. Some of my fabric even came from India. So it's just amazing. But anyhow, here it is. Long haul project for sure. So you're wondering, what is this with the little whatever? That is where I'm gonna hand quilt it. I'm using Sashiko thread and I'm going to hand quilt it. Yes, I am. Hence the fact it's a long haul project. Like this on all the squares that have the purple little string. So this thing is just gonna be like a lap quilt, but I love it so much and I'm really excited to finish it someday. I'm not putting a time on this, but if I could do one of those squares a week, a month, and then get some help by my favorite like quilter, like fabric friend, Anna. Anna's amazing. I'm going to link Anna's Instagram and her website in the show notes. Anna is a local, like she's a neighbor and a crafter. And not only crafter, but like Anna is a woodworker. Anna is a sewist. Anna is a fabric artist. Anna is amazing. And so I am linking everything Anna in the show notes. You got to check her out. People follow her on Instagram. She's freaking fabulous. But I will ask Anna to help me do the binding because Anna knows that best. And then it'll be done. So who knows when it'll be done? I'm not putting a deadline on it, but it will be done because I put too much time, energy, and money into this long haul project. But I really love it. And my living room is just kind of white and gray, and I think it'll be amazing. However, it won't be amazing for a shedding dog, so I will have to keep my dog off of that. So yeah, so what long haul projects do you have? Do you have any? If you don't, they kind of hang over your head a little bit, but they're also really inspiring. Like, I'm really excited to finish these, and you will see the finished projects when and if I'm still doing this podcast. I really hope I am, because even though it's really weird to talk to your camera for 30 minutes, I still love it. Okay, so what do I have on the needles? What are my, why can't I think of the word? What are my whips? Works in progress. Okay, so a couple things. I am teaching a class, I think I already talked about this, on the Rota jumper or the Rota Sleeveless by Irene Lynn. And I'm making the sleeveless because I already made the jumper, and I'm gonna show it to you because it's so cute. Okay, where is it? If you saw the floor right now, you'd be like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? What is all of this stuff? It's like I'm sitting here and there's a donut of stuff that I want to talk to you about on the floor. I'm glad you can't see it because it's a total mess. All right, I am using Sandness Garn, DK weight, Line. Okay, everybody pronounces this wrong. People wrote in the comment section how I should pronounce this. I'm gonna call it Line, okay? I'm just gonna go with it, and you don't have to tell me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, and just cut me a little slack on that. But I love it, and it is a quick knit. And how cute will this be with a black tank underneath it? When I go back to school in the fall, I'll feel so much pride that I finished a little something that I can wear to work. And it will make me think of how fabulous this summer has been for me, especially starting this podcast and getting so much fun feedback from both friends, family, and from strangers around the world. So thank you for that. But that is one of my whips, works in progress. Couple other whips that are languishing. The Traveler shawl, I'll finish that. The Eldon cardigan, still working on that. But I am so intrigued to cast on something new this week. I'm gonna do 2 more things. I won't finish it, it's August. I go back to school on the 26th of August, then things go. But I have had this yarn, again, Purl Soho. This is picnic cotton. It's discontinued. I have 5 skeins of this. And what am I gonna make? Somebody came to one of my classes this summer and had on a pattern of James N. Watts. Sorry, I keep looking down. The rib lace raglan. She said it was super quick. It's fingering weight, and I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it. It's super lacy, so you have to wear something underneath it, but who cares? Like, check this out. Yeah, how cute would that be? So it's super soft. Again, I'm clearing out my stash because number 1, I want to knit with yarns from Dandelion Fiber because I'm welcome in this space to use it for filming this podcast. And I want to scream the yarns that are in here because the palette is so beautifully curated, and there's so many yarns here that I want to either try for the first time or I want to use during my classes. So I'm clearing out the stash, people, and using up what I've got. I also have some Line in the white color, like the creamy color, and that's my second and last summer podcast. Okay, I'm saying it out loud, but don't hold me to it. Last summer cast on. last summer cast on will be the Margot top by Gregoria Fibers. I watch a podcast called Those Twins Who Knit. They are twins and talk about beautiful projects. Okay, really, these women are from Kansas City. I want to meet them for coffee because I'm going to be going to Kansas City often because my son is going to KU. Did I mention he's leaving in 3 weeks? Okay, so ladies who are, I forgot their names already. Ladies from Those Twins Who Knit, if you watch this podcast, can we meet in Lawrence sometime for coffee? I hope we can, because you have beautiful projects and I love watching your podcast. Okay, so that is my second cast on. My third one is that Margot top that I got inspired from the ladies from Those Twins Who Knit. I'm gonna link their podcast in the show notes too, because it's a fun one to watch. It doesn't come out super often, but it's worth waiting for. And then lastly, I've kind of been sewing like a maniac as well. And I'm just gonna show you a preview of this because I just have to put the sleeves on the Donny shirt. Here's a picture of what the Donny shirt looks like. This is not my version, but the only thing I have to do is put on the sleeves. So I need to show you this fabric though, because they had it at my favorite fabric store. I know I mention it here every time, but I want to shout them out to the rooftops, from the mountaintops, however you say it. I want to shout them out because Lake's Makerie in Minneapolis, it's next to a fabulous restaurant called Heather's. Make it a point of going there and then go and have lunch at Heather's. It's fantastic. Look at that. Ruby Star Society. It's this beautiful, cute cotton. Yep, and I made a Donny shirt out of it and it's almost done and I'm gonna wear it or I'm gonna show it on the next podcast. That you can hold me to. So anyway, I was bananas about this. They had fat quarters of it. For my size, I could fit into a handful of fat quarters. I got the fabric inexpensively and watched the YouTube video step by step. It's fantastic. Even if you can't sew, you could make this shirt. So I will have that on the next podcast, the Donny shirt. And I used Ruby Star Society fabric, which is so cute. Okay, one other thing I wanted to mention this morning, you might know this because you watch my other podcasts. I wake up at the crack o' dawn so I can knit before I have to do all my other things for the day. And this morning, Summerlite had a new podcast episode, video podcast episode. Okay, that's another person I want to meet for lunch. I want to meet all these people for lunch, so I'm just going to extend the invitation when they come to Minneapolis that I will host them for lunch or beer or coffee or something, anything, if you come to Minneapolis. Summerlite has the cutest idea and design coming out. It came out, and the thing I love about it is you get a new chart. So it's a basic sock, and you get a new Colorwork chart each month. $12. It's $12 right now until the end of August. Then it's like $14 or $16 or something. Colorwork Cuff Club. Love it. The design that came out for the month of August is so cute. It is kind of a Scandinavian sort of looking colorwork. And of course I love that because like, look at me. Of course I'm Scandinavian. My name is Kristen. I live in Minneapolis. Like, of course. And literally it looks like Kylie. If you know Kylie, love her stuff, have her wallets, have her bag, have her backpack. Like I love it. And I have her wallpaper in my atrium at home. Anyway, it was called the Colorwork Cuff Club. Go look at it on Ravelry. It's super cute. And think about it, $12 right now, and you get a new Colorwork chart each month. Can't go wrong. I mean, I love it. So, all right. Are you ready for favorite things? Okay. I'm just going to give you a little heads up. I'm going to say the word nipples and I'm going to say the word nippies because I've come to find out about this product. Okay, I'm just gonna show it to you and we're just gonna talk about it. And it's amazing. Okay. Nippies Skin. Not only the Nippies Skin, but the Nippies Skin Lift. Okay, that's the key word here, okay? I'm in my 50s. I don't have very large breasts. I breastfed 2 babies a gazillion years ago, and I have no breasts left. Like, I just don't. I'm on a small frame, and I don't care, except for the fact that I don't want to be walking around looking like I have pennies in a tube sock right here. Okay, I don't want to look like that. Am I looking to look like Giselle or any of those amazing looking women? No. However, like for instance, when I'm wearing that camisole number 9, you know how it goes way in right here and then my bra straps are out here. I don't like the look of my bra straps showing. And yes, I have to wear a bra. Did I just say pennies in a tube sock? Like, no, it's not a good look. So I saw these on Amazon. No, I don't want to endorse Amazon, but I got them on Amazon and I need to show you how they work because they have changed the pennies in the tube sock. Okay. So they come in sizes according to your cup size. So it's either A through C or it's D plus, okay, whatever. They're supposed to be nipple covers. They're adhesive, so they're like sticky. And you can keep using them. And you can wash them in warm water, no soap, and they keep working. And I've done it, and it works. So I don't even remember where I saw these. It's probably something that came across my Instagram feed and I clicked it and I had to get it. Okay, I'm not gonna go into these too much because I don't wanna weird you out, but it's a body part, right? I mean, if you're a female and you have breasts, okay. But I don't wanna be offensive. I just wanna show you this is one of my favorite things. Okay, so they come in the color of your skin. Very, very inclusive with lots of different skin colors. You don't see it like through the shiny fabric. You can't see them. They're like a matte finish. And you can buy them with the lift or not. So I'm opening up the box and they come like this, okay? So they come like this. And here's the little sticky thing. Like if you're gonna use a sticker, you know I like stickers and sticker books. You peel this off and, okay, for me, I hoist up the pennies in the tube sock, I stick them on, and then this is the lift part. So you see this part right here, you just go like this. Click, 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 click. Stick it up here, it stays like that. So you are lifted, your nipples are covered. If you have really small breasts, you don't need a bra. I don't know if you have larger breasts, if you do or not. But high and tight, ladies, I swear by these. So you will see a little bit of a photo of me wearing them, but not up close. Oh, and by the way, they're 30 bucks. Free shipping if you're a Prime member. Gotta tell you, a game changer. Anyway, second favorite thing, the Boden Thea Jersey Jumpsuit. Once again, very Marimekko themed. Here's the waist, here's the legs. It's jersey fabric. It's on clearance. I guess you could say clearance. It's on sale, got it at Boden. Boden has free shipping, $91. Wore it on my anniversary. Here's a picture, or actually a little video of my husband. I was so happy about it. Felt so good to wear. Got 3 compliments on it at the restaurant. Love it. It's so airy and flowy. I mean, it's jersey fabric. So think about it. If you're traveling, this would be a great thing to wear. I mean, it's like wearing nothing. The only bummer is it's a jumpsuit. So you got to undo the button here and then pull it all the way off to go to the bathroom. But My friend Nell got the green one, like the Kelly green one, and I got the navy one. She got the green one first and brought it to Knit Group and put it on to see if she needed to have it altered. Absolutely not. It was perfect. I love it. I love it so much. I had to get the blue one, and now we're going to do a little trade. So Nell, thank you for showing me. Nell loves to shop, so I love all of her quick tips for shopping. But anyhow, check it out. But I'm wearing the Nippies with this. On my anniversary dinner, you would have never known that I didn't have a bra on. I just had the little Nippies skin be lifted. It was so liberating. It was beautiful. Loved it. Last favorite thing. It's a recipe. It's not even a recipe. I've seen all these things with peaches. If you don't like warm fruit, you won't like this. I will put a picture here of a panini that I made with mozzarella, tomato, basil, peaches, and a little bit of honey. It was so delicious and different and fun and fresh. Okay, a panini, but now think about it pizza style. Put a picture up here of all the ingredients. You can't really see in that because there's a glare, sorry about that. But if you go to Trader Joe's, you can get the long flatbread. At the end of this video podcast, I'm going to have a little bit of a B-roll of me making it on the grill. It's so good and easy. You just put a little olive oil on those pre-made pizza like flatbreads from Trader Joe's, a little salt and pepper on it. Crisp it up a little bit and then put all your ingredients on it. My ingredients were this. Arugula after it came out off the grill. I put arugula on it. I did peaches, burrata. Burrata is like fresh mozzarella with creamy in the inside. It's a little taste of heaven. Put little pieces of that on it. Prosciutto, a little salt and pepper, a little olive oil, a little balsamic. Pull it off the grill after it's kind of toasted. Or if your grill runs too hot and your cheese doesn't melt, you can put it in the broiler in your oven. Put arugula on the top. I could eat it every day this summer. It's so good. So you grill the peaches ahead of time and then you put those on. But again, if you don't like warm fruit, you probably wouldn't like this. But if you do, if you're not kind of weirded out or you don't like, or you don't care about warm fruit or peaches, you guys, it's so good. So that's my third favorite thing. Thank you for watching. This one ran a little long. I see I'm at like 37 minutes. I try to keep them 30 minutes, short and sweet. But thanks for watching. And I can't wait until I come back. I'm trying to do it once a week because once school starts, once every 2 weeks, once a month. I don't know. I'm going to keep going because I have so much to share. If you have questions about anything that I mentioned, please mention in the show notes. If you liked what you saw or learning about who I am and what I'm making, please subscribe and press like, and you will be notified whenever I upload new video podcasts. And I hope you have a fantastic day and do something that you love today. Bye.